Share vinyl.
Hi guys, and happy Friday. I am here today with you because Craig is sick. Craig and Elena are both sick. So I'm not venturing into that place. I don't want to get sick, and I can't spread illness to my parents, of course, on Sunday. So he called me this morning and said, come down and see the new refrigerator, because we did get one. But I said, you know what, I can't risk it, you know. But anyway, this week I took the Christmas tree down, which is very, very sad. I'm not happy about that. I think we're all sad when the Christmas tree comes down, you know. But, you know, we have to do it because otherwise it's not as special each year. You know, if we leave it up all year, it wouldn't work. But I have a couple of little things, little chat, and then I'm going to do something for Vinyl Richie and the other, you know, VC members. Going to show some favorite records. I watched The Year of Living Dangerously again for probably like the 10th or 15th time. One of my favorite movies of all time. I think Linda Hunt is remarkable, and you can see it free here on YouTube with ads. I'm going to show you a couple of Temu and Shein things that I got. I actually, yeah, mostly Shein. Just a couple, so that we can get right into the records, and so the video isn't so long. And of course, again, I'll put the price right here, whatever I paid for it. I got this really cool phone case, new phone case for my phone. But what's so cool about this is that there's a door, a little door that slides down and up to protect your camera. Your phone's camera. Very, very cool. I thought that was great. Well, I got this beautiful, I love this thing. The quality of this thing is insane. It's pebble leather. It's only this big, but it holds a lot. And it holds everything that I carry, which is my phone, my wallet, my reading glasses. Holds everything I need right there. And it also has the twilly, the silk twilly scarf. I was amazed by this for the price. I was very pleased with this. I love it. Today's the first day I used it, and I was like, where's my purse? And I'm like, oh, it's this little thing. You know, so crazy. Got that. I got this Holland shirt. I love it. I don't know how many of you follow football, British football, but Erling Haaland is one of the greatest players that there is now. I mean, Salah has always been my favorite, but Liverpool and Man City are my two favorite teams. And Man City happens to be doing better this year because Salah went to Egypt. So I got this Holland shirt. Love it. Number 9. And I got this. This is really, really fun. And I've been wanting one of these. But what I got it for, because I had credits, made it well worth it. Because these things are pretty expensive. And being that I'm an old lady, I said, you know, I got to start doing something more for my skin, not just creams and hyaluronic acid and shit like that. So I got one of these. These things are creepy and they're very weird, but they are light therapy masks, and they look very clockwork orange. Look at this. It is so wild. So this part goes on your face. This part goes on your neck. And then you have your little control panel right here. And when I do a treatment, when I first use this thing, I'm going to do it with you guys. So you can see, look how freaking creepy that's going to be. I know, it's going to be like Eyes Wide Shut, right? So that's pretty fun. So anyway, we are going to show the records. This is for Vinyl Richie, particularly. He's been promoting me lately, and I have been watching him for years, and we like each other a lot because we have a lot of the same taste in music. And he is, of all the VC out there, Vinyl Richie is the one that can turn me onto new things, you know. And I think I turned him on to the Cimarip. And I think that's really cool. And I know he was a West Coast, he was an LA punk. I was a New York punk. But if we had lived closer to each other, there is no doubt we would have hung out together. So. All right, Vinyl Richie, this is for you. And this is the stuff that I listen to the most. New acquisitions and just favorites, or I don't know. This is just in my rack by the living room stereo. So let's go and do that. Okay, guys, I'm going to show you my rack. This rack here in the living room that I keep what I listen to most, newer acquired stuff that I want to listen to or that I've been listening to lately, and just basic favorite things. This gets changed every so often, but I'm going to show you what's in it right now. And show you over here that we have our Record Store Day 3 mini turntable. It's a stupid thing that most of us probably bought when it came out. It's like useless, but it's cute and it's fun for a collector. All right, so in here we have the first 4 Harry Potter soundtracks. We have that 6 a.m. that I got in Barnes & Noble for $5. 2 record set. Really excited about that. We got a favorite of mine, Kraftwerk Trans-Europe Express. We got a bunch of my favorite Tom Waits here. I love him. So we have Heart Attack and Vine. Mule Variations. That's one of the greatest albums of all time to me. Blue Valentine. Foreign Affairs. The Heart of Saturday Night. Small Change. And Swordfish Trombones. The rest of my Tom Waits are in my main record collection over there. I got Rush 2112 here, another great album. Then we have that beautiful Zoetrope copy of Vince Guaraldi's Charlie Brown Christmas that I got for Christmas. Oh, so beautiful. We have Iggy Pop, A Prez. This is so amazing. This is Iggy doing covers and really good ones too. We got Susie and the Banshees doing Dear Prudence in here, one of my favorites. We got Nick Cave, Moore, and Ellis, 2 of my favorite artists of all time. And this is the West of Memphis soundtrack. This was the documentary about the West Memphis 3. Oh, what a soundtrack. I can't say enough about that. I have 2 copies of this because I love it so much. West of Memphis, Voices for Justice. Again, this was a lot, what do you call it? Various artists compiling an LP for money, to raise money for the West Memphis 3. We got something I love to listen to, Ragas. 3 North Indian ragas. You know, I love that stuff. Then another of my favorite band, Tangerine Dream. We got Stratosphere, Underwater Sunlight, Exit, one of the greatest albums of all time. Which is from Poland, I think. Yeah, that's Poland. This is Ultima Thule. Great one. Then we got Agnostic Front. Great stuff. Reminds me of Vinyl Richie. It's Vinyl Richie and me get along good because we like a lot of the same kind of music. This, The Godfather's a Hardcore. This is from the movie about Agnostic Front. And this, if you haven't seen this documentary, you need to. And this is an incredible soundtrack. The music on this is by Aaron Drake, and the film is by Ian McFarland. Vinny Stigma is so much fun in that movie, especially being a tri-state area Italian. I really relate to him. Peter Gabriel, Passion. This is one of the most beautiful albums of all time. I can never get enough of it. I have here the Zoetrope Wonderwall music by George Harrison. There you go. You have an old record bag. Look at that. I love that. I think I got this from Charlie Rigolosi back in the day. This record store was on 23 Market Street in Patterson, Passaic. I don't know how long ago. But look, we had popular hits, Polish polkas, rumbas, hillbilly mambas, and Kitty's Tap Dance. Had to be an old store. One of my favorites, of course, the man, Keith Richards. This is Run Run Rudolph. This also has Pressure Drop on it. Craig gave me that for Christmas last year. We have the soundtrack to Eraserhead. Not an easy one to get, and I absolutely love the film. We have a soundtrack to The Dark Crystal. Beautiful stuff. One of my favorite records right here, Steely Dan Gaucho. Then we have Donald Fagen's The Nightfly. This he did some great stuff by himself. And then the other great Steely Dan that everyone must own, Asia. You could never get sick of that album. All right, over here we got Devo, Marry Something to You. This is the one that Craig gave me for Christmas this year. We got the Cramps, Weekend on Mars. The Cramps' Gravest Hits. Cramps, Psychedelic Jungle, one of my faves. This is an original of it, and that's a reissue. Memphis Posers, the Cramps. I know Vinyl Richie has a lot of these too. Smell of Female, of course. Hot Pearl Radio Broadcast, the Cramps. Look Mom, No Head, Cramps. William Shatner and the Cramps. This is so great, doing Garbage Man. This is so fun for collectors. If you don't have this, you gotta have it. We got Susie and the Banshees. Which one is this? Rare Sessions. Beautiful stuff. We have a real copy of Velvet Underground with the Andy Warhol cover, only partially peeled. Very, very, very hard to find. Misfits, We Bite. Misfits, Friday the 13th. Misfits, Walk Among Us. Misfits, Evil Live. Yeah, Evil Live. Famous Monsters, Misfits. Project 1950. Very interesting record. I have 2 copies of this because I have the regular release, and then I have the special release with 2 extra tracks, which is this one right here. Then we have this one. What is this one? Just Misfits. and Static Age. And then again, that special version of Project 1950. All right, moving on. We have How the Grinch Stole Christmas on that beautiful red and green vinyl. That was from my friend Uncle Paul this year. We have the Elf soundtrack, which Joe gave me this year. We have Little Steven Soulfire, one of my favorite artists of all time. Little Steven Born Again Savage. Little Steven and the Disciples of Soul, Men Without Women. Great album. Little Steven Revolution. Little Steven Voice of America. Another great one. And Trail of Broken Tears 12-inch. Little Steven. Another copy of that. Another copy of that. Klaus Schulze, another favorite of mine. Black Dance. Another Klaus Schulze. Dreams. Picture Music, Klaus Schulze. Body Love. King Crimson Discipline, one of my favorite albums of all time. I listened to this on CD when it first came out till I wore the thing out. Disturbed doing Sound of Silence on picture disc. Love it. The anniversary edition, the 20th anniversary of Rage Against the Machine. One of my favorite albums. Another one I wore out on CD, but that's the picture disc 20th anniversary version. Richard Bermer on the Third Extreme, one of my favorite records of all time. It's a go-to. Like I said, a lot of these in here are just go-to records. Hollywood Vampires, Johnny Depp's band. Here we have Rise by Hollywood Vampires. Love them. Here's one of my favorite Big Audio Dynamites. This is fun. This is Strange Behavior with music by Tangerine Dream. I love Tangerine Dream. Here we have that Skinhead Moonstomp record that I got for my birthday, basically from Carm, with the gift card he gave me. And Vinyl Richie just ordered this one too. You gotta let me know what you think about it, Richie. One of my favorites of all time, Keith the God, Cross-Eyed Heart. We should all be so lucky to be as cool as him when we're as old as him, right? Of course, Zachary, Monster Gallery, one of my favorite people. We have Public Image Limited, Happy, one of my favorites. Favorite song. This is a crazy bootleg Marilyn Manson Killer Covers. And this has Highway to Hell, Rock and Roll Nigger, Another Brick in the Wall, Sweet Dreams, Iron Man, Like a Virgin. Really great stuff. This should be with my bootlegs, but I don't. I need it here. Gigi Allen, Carnival of Excess. Gigi Allen, Brutality and Bloodshed for All. And another on purple vinyl, different cover for Brutality and Bloodshed for All. Gigi Allen, Freaks, Faggots, Drunks, and Junkies. Not for sale to under persons of 18 years of age. Another favorite band of mine, Brian Jonestown Massacre. Open Minds Now Close. Genesis, Trick of the Tail. Classic, amazing stuff. Another Brian Jonestown Massacre, Pol Pot's Pleasure Penthouse. Great band. Electric Frankenstein, How to Make a Monster. We got Public Image album. Love Public Image. Kurt Mansell featuring Kronos Quartet. Beautiful album. At Home with the Munsters. Beautiful stuff. Monster Mash picture disc. What do you call it? Come on. Jello Biafras. Dead Kennedys. Great stuff. This one. Alternative. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the title is, but everybody knows this one. This is Gurdjieff. Carm gave me this, and Gurdjieff plays the harmonium, and after I got my harmonium, he gave me this, and I love it. Child's Garden of Grass, a pre-legalization comedy. Not big on comedy records, but this is quite the collectible. Got that from Craigie. Okay. Aladdin Sane picture disc. Beautiful stuff. Diamond Dogs picture disc. And one of those questions on Vinyl Richie's latest thing was sexiest album cover. I think this was one of the sexiest. The Stranglers. Very cool. Another great album, Radiohead, The Bends. This was recommended to me by Tim on One Record Store Day. And this is Schulze again. And this is... he's, of course, the founder of Tangerine Dream. And what David Bowie said about this album was there was an... this is Edgar Froese. This is Edgar Froese. There was an album that I loved by Edgar Froese, Epsilon and Malaysian Pale. It's the most beautiful, enchanting, poignant work, quite lovely. That used to be the background music to my life when I was living in Berlin. David Bowie. So yeah, this was Froese, and that was recommended to me by Tim when he worked with Craig up at Factory. This Lovely Creatures, the best of Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. Beautiful 3-record set. Great stuff. The Great Television. This one is Adventure. I loved them back in the day. I saw them so many times. Marquee Moon. Saw them at CBGB's all the time. Tom Verlaine's solo album. Tom Verlaine's Dreamtime. What is it? Oh, this is advanced promo copy of Shakti by John McLaughlin. I love John McLaughlin. Another person that I saw in the mid-70s all the time at the Capitol Theater. Hot Rod Frankie doing God, Gasoline, and Me. TV Tunes commercials. That's from Craig. He gave me that for podcasts and stuff. Then The Sound of Schlitz in 66, again for podcasts. Vitamin String Quartet performing The Nightmare Before Christmas. Beautiful stuff. I believe I got that from Raymond T. Vinyl. Another Hot Rod Frankie. Uncover, Discover, Recover. Psychobilly type music. The Coffin Daggers. More psychobilly. Love it. Korn, The Nothing. And another Korn. Does this have a title or is it self-titled? Requiem. And 12-inch of Haunted. The Pogues. Beautiful. This is the version from the Sid and Nancy soundtrack. The Rise of Mumula. More psychobilly fun stuff. And then we have another Hot Rod Frankie. Horror music in true 2-channel dead stereo sound. Lost in Lynchland. So that's what's in the favorites and new stuff and playing a lot right now area. So hope you enjoyed that. Another thing I really need to say is thank you, Neil, for the brews. Thank you for all the Christmas brews that you bought for me. I think that you are very, very awesome, and you've been with me a long time. And guys, if you like what I do, you can buy me a brew. Link will be below. And it helps me a lot. And yeah, I think that's about it for today. So comment, subscribe, spread that love, and I'll see you all in the next one. I'm really sad I didn't get to see Craig this week, but I did not want to get sick. There's nothing, to me, there's nothing worse than being sick. And of course, like I said, I have to go by my parents on Sunday, and I don't want to give it to them because they're really, really old. But anyway, that's it. I hope you're having a beautiful Friday. Have a magical weekend. I love you all. Mwah. Thanks for being there.